We're finally making a dent in melting all that snow. The sunshine has crews concerned about flooding. Coming up, hear from those keeping a close eye on rising water at a Lexington Park.
It couldn't be. It can't be. It was yesterday. He was playing with the kids outside.
Lexington police are searching for a man responsible for a shooting near a busy Lexington roadway that left a 9-year-old fighting for his life.
Looks like we have 2 victims that have apparently died from gunshot wounds and possibly a fire set afterwards.
A double homicide investigation is underway at this Laurel County home.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
A death investigation tonight in Laurel County. Good evening. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Around 10 this morning, deputies tell us someone reported flames coming from a home on Slate Ridge Road. Firefighters say they found 2 bodies with gunshot wounds inside the burning house. WKYT Sam Smith is in Lilly, where investigators are trying to figure out what happened. He has our top story.
This investigation started around 10 o'clock this morning when someone reported a house fire with people inside.
And when the fire department people arrived on the scene, they said flames were coming out of the attic.
When fire crews arrived at this home on Slate Ridge Road in Lilly, they found 2 adult bodies, 1 man and 1 woman. Crews called in the sheriff's office. Investigators say those bodies apparently had gunshot wounds. They say the fire may have been intentionally set. That part of the investigation is still open, as is the cause of death for the victims here. I'm told 1 other person lives here, the grandson of the victims. He's the one that came home, noticed the fire, and called 911.
We responded to the scene. Our detectives and deputies are on the scene conducting an investigation. It looks like we have 2 victims that have apparently died from gunshot wounds and possibly a fire set afterwards, possibly to cover up the crime.
I'm told the fire damage inside the home is significant, but it's not enough to hinder this investigation. In Laurel County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Deputies are interviewing witnesses to try and get a better idea of what happened. We're learning new information tonight about a shooting in Lexington that hospitalized a 9-year-old boy. Police released this composite of the man they believe is the shooter. The boy was in a car with his family on Russell Cave Road yesterday when police say that person fired a shot through the back window. One of the bullets hit the boy in the neck. Crews rushed him to the hospital. Hillary Thornton talked to his neighbors, worried about the family's safety.
Police continue to investigate a shooting near a busy Lexington roadway. Meanwhile, family friends of the victim tell us the innocent 9-year-old is fighting for his life.
Such a sweet kid.
A friend of the family who did not want to be shown on camera says just like any other day, the 9-year-old
He was really full of life.
was playing with the other neighborhood kids sometime before he got in the car with his parents, older sister, and 2 younger brothers.
Really great people all around.
She says the typical Saturday drastically changed when the family was just down the road from their apartment, stopped at this intersection of Hollow Creek Road and Russell Cave, when someone shot through their back window. Police say the 9-year-old was hit in the neck, and the family then drove to the nearby shopping center for help.
It couldn't be. It can't be. It was yesterday. He was playing with the kids outside.
She says the family believes the shooter is a man the boy's mom had exchanged words with at the apartment complex earlier in the day.
More than likely, he was drunk, and he just got mad and wanted to go shooting. Where he was shot, he was sitting behind his mom. It looks like they was trying to shoot at the mom instead of the little boy, and he was just caught in the middle.
Police say another shot was fired.
I was just thankful that my kids weren't in the yard playing in the snow.
Hitting Eric Zimpel's truck parked just across the street in his driveway.
Time to move. Definitely time to move. Neighborhood's getting worse.
Lexington police are asking anyone who was in this area around 6 o'clock Saturday evening who might have some information to give them a call. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Police have released these photos of the shooter's car. They believe he's driving a white Nissan Maxima. We're finally starting to get a little feel for spring today, with temperatures rising, snow melting, and grass starting to peek through all the snow and ice. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking some changes to the forecast, including rain chances.
Several of them coming our way over the next few days here, starting with Tuesday, and then how about all the way through next weekend? At least a daily shot of it happening. We're looking across Kentucky right now, where we had a lot of warm air in place. It's still 55 degrees in Richmond and also in Corbin, 49 in Frankfort, the same thing in Lexington. But one thing that especially the snowy locations now have in common is we are starting to see more grass and a little more clearing as far as the snow melt is concerned. Down in Corbin, it's hard to find any. They didn't get a lot out of that second round that we got, like around here, with that 17 inches plus, 18, 19, depending on exactly where you were. We look at Defender today, and it's a quiet scene across Kentucky. Some showers in Ohio and a little bit of moisture tracking in from our southwest. Now, that moisture might try to spill over the Kentucky-Tennessee state line, which means we might get a sprinkle or two in those areas maybe tonight or tomorrow, but better rain chances get here on Tuesday. We'll look through the rest of the evening. We'll stay in the 40s. How about 44 at 11 o'clock tonight, with mostly cloudy skies in place? But it's not the clouds, it's not the warmth that's really the focus of the forecast. It's that wet pattern that's coming together. And we will take a closer look at it and bring it in here hour by hour, coming up in just a few minutes.
All the melting snow and ice is causing some concern in parts of Fayette County, including inside one of Lexington's largest parks. We sent WKYT's Mike Linden to Jacobson Park, where he talked to people enjoying the sunshine.
Well, yeah, it'll raise the lake some.
Fred Williamson has lived at Jacobson Park for nearly 30 years. He's seen a lot of winters here.
Well, when the snow melts in different places, it runs down into them flats and goes right on into the lake.
Williamson says that all season long, the lake levels have been rising and falling, and due to warmer temperatures the past few days, most of the ice has melted off of the surface. But he says he's not concerned because the water has not yet reached the roadways.
With spring right around the corner, the warmer weather has brought people and their pets out to the park for the first time. Scott moved to Lexington 10 months ago, but it's a little warmer where he came from.
I've never lived in a place with snow before.
Oh yeah, he came from Hawaii.
Well, there's really no winters in Hawaii. It's usually the rainy season, and then it's summer pretty much the rest of the time.
He didn't have to worry about much winter gear there.
Shorts, flip-flops, yeah.
In the bluegrass, it's a little different.
I was wondering if I have to get change for my tires, if I need a shovel to dig myself out, if I'd have to get a jacket, and obviously long johns.
Williamson says despite historic snowfall, it's nothing new to him.
There's not anything out of the ordinary.
In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Williamson tells us the only problem they've had at the park this winter is keeping kids off the frozen reservoir. We have an update for you tonight about a story we told you about last night at 11. The houseboat that broke loose in Boonesboro is still on the run. Emergency management crews in Frankfort say the boat is now in the Ohio River. The Coast Guard is monitoring it and staying in touch with its owner. So far, the boat has traveled about 170 miles. In Morgan County, state police are investigating a complaint involving malnourished dogs. Police tell us they found several dogs severely malnourished at a home on Old Elam Road. The animals are now at a local shelter where veterinarians are examining them. A Central Kentucky man is recovering tonight after a fiery crash in Boyle County. Around 1:30 this morning, Danville police say 27-year-old Christopher Lee Burton was heading north on North 4th Street when he rear-ended a parked van. Both cars were told then caught fire. Emergency crews took Burton to the hospital, and police are still trying to figure out what caused him to crash. Still to come on WKYT, it's not hard to find people who are ready for winter to end, but how about people who refuse to let it keep them indoors? We caught up with the group running around like there's no snow in sight. Also ahead, you getting tired of hearing 31-0? We aren't. The Wildcats aren't either. Lee K. Howard will revisit this weekend's history-making win.